And let them talk as much as they're willing to. Hear them. Let them feel like they've been heard.
This morning, Alpine students are returning to classroom after a devastating tragedy rocked the small-knit community. According to Superintendent Becky Watley, they say all campuses will have regular bell schedules today. She also reveals that a heavy police presence will be on campuses following the devastating tragedy that took place Thursday. Police responded to Alpine High School after reports of a shooter on campus. When they entered the building, they found the victim with a gunshot wound to her lower backside. They found another female student who had a fatal gunshot wound. Police immediately put the school under lockdown and searched for the shooter. They eventually determined that the young woman who died was the shooter, and she had turned the gun on herself. As a sign of support, a moment of silence was held during a football game. Both Alpine and Pecos High School had a moment of silence to show support for the community after the devastation that rocked the town of Alpine following the school shooting. But in true West Texas form, the game must go on, bringing a sense of community to those that attended. We have new details this morning. DPS has confirmed that a car crash that happened in Gardendale last night was fatal. According to Odessa police, 2 vehicles were involved in this accident. One of them was a semi. We also confirmed that one person was trapped underneath their vehicle. All lanes were blocked off near the intersection of Hollyhock and Goldenrod, but are now reopened to traffic. Right now, it is unclear as to which driver was pronounced dead. We will continue to follow this story for you throughout the day. It is a tragic event that rocked our country. This morning, we hear more from those who came together to heal and remember the lives lost during the September 11 attacks. Nia Wong reports.
As a new day peeks through,
help us to move forward.
It carries with it a mixture of emotions from years past.
It's kind of somber. Woke up at 3 o'clock this morning and you kind of remember exactly where you were 15 years ago.
Sleep. Just a smearing of conscience interrupted.
On this day of remembrance at the Palm Northwest Mortuary, pews were packed in a ceremony honoring the victims lost to 9/11. Just outside, Jennifer Cox and her son came to the healing field, paying their respects on a day forever seared in their memories.
I just remember we just all watched TV all day and just cried.
2,996 flags stand tall here at the healing field, each one representing a life lost on September 11th, some with direct ties here in the valley.
Help us to honor those with these flags.
Every flag carries a card with the name and biography of each victim. The field is divided by flights, the Pentagon, and the World Trade Center.
It changed the way that we handled the world and terrorism in general.
Though Jordan Siebert's 2-year-old son is too young to grasp the full extent of this day.
This is a part of his heritage, and he's going to have to come to terms of what this means to him and his country one day.
Names of those who died are etched on the wall of remembrance, serving as a reminder of how short our time can be and offering hope for generations to come.
It means there's hope, respect, and our freedom. Never stop fighting for our freedom, and terrorists won't win.
Nia Wong, 8 News Now.
They were in awe, is a good word. They stood outside, they looked at the flag, they really took it all in, and it was an emotional thing for our kids.
First responders, the police officers, the fire departments, you know, every day that they're out there for us, and they're the kind of the unsung heroes of the community. This is just a way for us to appreciate the guys who are out there giving to us every day.
Back here at home, a nonprofit organization holds their 3rd annual 9/11 Support Our Local Heroes event. The Texas Tactical Jeeps is the organization behind the event. They kicked off the event by delivering food to local fire stations. A first responders barbecue brought everyone together outside of the Odessa police parking lot.
According to the conductor, he saw the young man going down the road, honked his horn, sat on it. Nothing happened until he got hit. You know, unfortunately, he was killed. What people need to understand, once you get on the railroad track, it's private property. They cannot be walking on the railroad track. They're trespassing, in other words.
Continuing coverage in Marfa this morning, the community continues to mourn the death of a 15-year-old boy who was killed by a train. Officials on the scene reveal the young man was actually distracted by his iPad and headphones. According to the Big Bend Now, after word spread that the Marfa High School teen had been tragically killed, his classmates rushed to the scene to pay tribute to the young man who lost his life. This photo, courtesy of the Big Bend Now, was taken just hours after the incident. Students embrace each other after learning of their classmates' tragic death on Saturday. In this photo, you can see balloons that the Marfa High School students wrote messages on. They then released them at the scene. Officials are not releasing the name of the young boy. Rain is to blame for a rollover off of South Highway 158. DPS confirms today that Efren Castillan Ramirez died Saturday morning after hydroplaning and rolling off of South Highway 158. He was wearing his seatbelt at the time of the accident. He was the only one involved in the incident. Well, traffic near one Gardendale intersection was blocked off as officers responded to a crash where officers say they discovered someone trapped inside. This morning we are learning from DPS the crash was fatal. The crash was off the intersection of Hollyhock and Goldenrod, and Odessa police revealed 2 vehicles were involved in this accident. One of them was a water truck. As of right now, DPS continues to investigate. Later today, we expect to learn the names of both drivers. Battle of the Badges is challenging the Midland Fire Department and police. It is a friendly competition that is aiming to bring in donors to donate blood. Now, after Thursday's tragedy in Alpine, the United Blood Services was quick to help out by sending blood units to the location.
We've had 122 good units, which is pints, that will save close to 400 people. It's so important because this is the only way we can get blood is from person to person. We need your help today.
If you give blood just one time, you save 3 people's lives. The UBS visits 42 counties to hold blood drives. The event was held at the Midland Park Mall. Starting this week in Big Spring, some sheltered animals could be getting euthanized. According to Big Spring Animal Control, the shelter is filled to capacity. Right now, kennels 7, 8, 11, 12, 14, 28, and 34 are all at risk of being euthanized before Tuesday. If you would like to adopt an animal, please call Big Spring Animal Control, or you can go to the Big Spring Animal Rescue page on Facebook. This Tuesday, the Odessa City Council is gearing up to vote whether to make a purchase as part of the city's downtown revitalization effort, a purchase that would cost about $1.6 million to buy the Odessa American Building and parking lot as part of the effort. Now, the newspaper's publisher reveals this should help them do bigger and better things. Well, it's an event that is hosted every year. This weekend, Keep Midland Beautiful hosted its 20th annual Trio of Gardens event. Residents had the opportunity to see what it takes to have a green thumb. Everyone from professional gardeners to novice gardeners were in attendance. The fundraiser allows people to go to different homes and tour their gardens, but also learn about different techniques, such as desertscape, perfect for places like West Texas that sees little rain.
It's very efficient. It doesn't take as much care as far as pruning, doesn't take as much water as we've said before, and of course the beauty factor, in my opinion, is far superior.
Now, we say little rain except for recently. Now, the event is one of the biggest fundraisers for Keep Midland Beautiful.
Our mission statement is to put on the best family event in the Permian Basin every year, and this is our 41st year doing it.
Oh, it is a tradition that has been around for 41 years, a tradition that brings fun for people in West Texas. The Permian Basin Fair kicked off Friday and runs until September 17th. Now, there is something for everyone. There's a petting zoo, live music every night, even a rodeo. Since the fair opened in 1975, they've been able to award more than $820,000 in scholarships. For a full list of events taking place, you can go to their website, PermianBasinFair.com. And a West Texas smoothie chain has made its way to the Tall City. Jamba Juice opened its doors to the public in its brand new store located in Midland. The juice chain comes from the West Coast. They provide real fruit smoothies and a variety of other refreshing treats.
There's there's a lot of people that grew up in this area and literally have never left this area. So it's a fun new place for them to try a product that they don't have to ever drive 5 hours to go get.
It's a meal replacement, it's a smoothie, it's a diet, it's part of your workout, it's part of your daily routine. It's a way of life, and it's something special to us, and I think it'll be special to a lot of people.
Definitely special to my family. We've been there a lot since they've opened. You can visit the location. It is at 5536 Loop 250 Frontage Road, and it is right there next to Lowe's. You can't miss it.